Hello everybody, welcome to the channel of International Master Andras Toth. This is actually my second attempt to popularize chess education and myself as a chess educator on YouTube. I have had a YouTube channel beforehand that sadly had to go. However, now the king has returned, pun intended, and I'm going to continue my activities online, hopefully for the greater good of the chess community. The idea is going to be very similar to what it used to be. I'm going to upload teaching material, lessons, entertaining analysis, basically the usual stuff that you used to get from me and you are going to get in the future as well. So I warmly welcome you back if you used to follow me, and if you are new to my channel, then I would like to ask you to please stay, subscribe, enjoy and have fun. I would like to emphasize right now that the channel is going to be strictly child friendly, both in content and the way how it's presented, which takes away a bit of a spicy edge from what it used to be, but it is a more mature and therefore hopefully more popular approach towards what we're trying to achieve. Righty, so that's enough for starters, and because if I don't really like to upload videos that have no chess content, I'm going to show you a study, because why not? It is a study created by Chehover, who is a very famous Russian study composer. And I have been working on a different project for a while, which I do not want to name yet because it may or may not happen. And I would like to keep it secret for the time being in case it fails, and then I will look a bit silly. So let's just say that I was dealing with this study for a while, and I thought that would be pretty cool to share. So this is the position, a very, very strange setting, because these black pawns are actually going down, which makes it rather scary. But after a little bit of analysis, we realized that black is actually totally paralyzed down here, because if the bishop were to go anywhere on this diagonal, then queen takes g2 would deliver a checkmate. The knight is basically tied down to h1, because if I go there, the queen takes it. So black is restricted to the movements of the knight, which again is very restricted in itself, because it can only bounce back and forth between these two squares, or else white is going to get another queen, which would be just a tad bit too many. So what to do? Well, it would be good to do something for white that is very productive, but soon we'll realize that actually these guys are very, very tied down as well, because if the queen were to move away, let's say somewhere on the h file, then it no longer covers g2, and in the absence of that threat I can just move my bishop and promote the queen. If the queen were to move this way, for example, to still keep control on g2, then this rook would become unguarded, and so now we can safely establish that this whole entire bottom section of the board is actually totally paralyzed. So all it comes down to is a fight between the king and the knight. Now let's see what we can achieve if we just bolt for it. If you just Usain Bolt for it, haha, we realize that now we can't really penetrate, and now we also realize a new feature of the position that I haven't mentioned so far. If we try to outsmart this knight by coming this way, we actually put this king on a wide square, which turns out to be a mortal sin, because it allows this bishop to go away with a check, and regardless of what takes it, next black promotes the queen and actually wins the game, or very close to it anyway. So now we go back to the beginning and we realize that in fact every single white square on this board is heavily undermined because of the bishop checks. And if we get this far, then we might get stuck on this study and not be able to solve it at all. But in fact I cheated a little bit and I didn't tell you the perfect truth, because this square here is actually not accessible by the bishop in one move. So this is where our king should go to lose a tempo, so that when we arrive close to the knight, it will be possible for us to penetrate and get in there. So let's see how it's done without this crazy amount of circles. King here, staying strictly on dark squares, and I'm just going all the way up to a8 on the dark squares, not giving a chance to the bishop to give a check. King up, knight here, and king a8. Ta-da! First step done. We managed to lose a tempo, and now we go back to the dark squares. However, now something very annoying happens again. Knight comes here, still blocks off these squares. But don't lose hope, because this is only a temporary success on black side. Because now if we come here, knight he still denies that one. But after king d4, a square we could have reached in 3 moves, and instead we chose to do it in 12. Now we finally made it through. Ta-da! And we won. Now there is only one last trick left. When the knight sacrifices itself on a white square, we still can't take it, because check would still be very, very problematic with queen to promote. So what we need to do is to sacrifice our last pawn. Knight takes, king takes, and now finally, after 17 moves, the black army is in a total Zugzwang, completely paralyzed. The slowest way for black to die is to sacrifice the knight away first, then move the bishop to a random square and get checkmated. A really beautiful study. I really enjoy going through it. I've seen it already so many times, but I somehow can't get enough of it. I really like it, especially because the king starting from one corner goes to another and then another. A geometric effect that composers try to utilize a lot, but in this one I really like the mechanism, how it worked. So that was my little introductory video, not really that little. Later on I'm going to upload more coaching sessions, coaching videos and the likes. I'm also available for coaching, something that I forgot to mention. I will write a couple of lines about that on my profile, and you can guys find me via email later on if you are interested in receiving coaching from me. So that's for now, and I shall be back with more very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.